Hi, I'm Simon from IQRF UK.
And I'm Liam from RDS UK.
And we are here to tell you a little bit more about IQRF, about technology, ecosystem, and also the Alliance for Reliable IoT Solutions.
So on our agenda today, we're going to go through a real-life commissioning demonstration. Simon's going to introduce the IQRF Alliance and the ecosystem, and I'll explain what RDS does within the Alliance. And then finally, we'll go into some detail about the IQRF wireless technology.
So before we start with a real demonstration, let me show you how standard commissioning is done. So you come with your gateway and you get it connected to your commissioning tool. Here we are using a rugged tablet with an application which is designed for real large deployments. So the first step that you do, you just push one button and it runs what is called auto network. So it literally connects all the devices that are around and build up the mesh network, and this is done in waves, so all the nodes get connected. With this as outcome, you can control the end devices and you can collect data from them as well. The only thing what you don't know at this point of time is like where the devices are. So you use a localization feature which is involved in this tablet, and with the direct communication between the tablet and the light, you can actually, let's say, switch on a light so you recognize where it is, and with a drag and drop system you can just place it on your floor plan. So when you are done with this, you can take the whole project and upload it to your IoT platform. You can switch on the gateway in terms that it will start streaming data up to the cloud. What you shouldn't forget about is to get your things under control, also like long term, so to use a remote management system to manage your fleet and fix any troubles that you can come across. So that's the solution, that's the architecture, and now Liam will tell you a little bit more or show you in real how this works.
Here we have a variety of wireless IoT end devices. We have some emergency lights. These ones would be fitted into a wall, and this one would be fitted onto a wall. We have a remote switchable mains plug, and then a wireless air quality monitoring sensor. With all of these devices installed with the gateway, we would take our specialised commissioning tool and then we would download the project with 4G so that we have a picture of the site layout, including pictures of floor plans. Once we have the project configured, we can then configure the gateway. We'd make a direct connection with Wi-Fi and send commands directly to the gateway, which would then build the network and identify all of these devices. So the mesh is automatically configured. Once this is complete, we can then localize the devices by individually making a direct connection to the lights or other sensors. Right now it's checking for any devices that are in the local vicinity. Once we have all devices that are near us, we can ask the devices to identify themselves. And we found one light, so we can then drag this to exactly where we are in the building. Once we finish commissioning all of the devices, we can upload this project using 4G again to the cloud, and then the commissioning process is complete.
So what Liam demonstrated here is just a small part of the whole ecosystem. So let me tell you a little bit more about that. So on the as a basic of the technology are the IQRF modules. So with that, you can actually get the devices connected to the gateway. We also have an interoperability standard which assures that the devices that would send you the data, the data would be actually translated into the JSON file and sent up to the cloud. So there are not just the modules, but also connectors for lighting, for example, or ready devices for lighting or sensors that you can use right away. Then on the, let's say, middle layer, we have a ready-to-use gateways, but you can also build up your own gateway using a standard Linux computer with IQRF Gateway Daemon and maybe some kind of edge software that you can use from one of our members. Also, there are ready commissioning tools. You can have one for real large deployments like we have here, but you can also download an app for a Google Store on your cell phone and start commissioning right away. On the top level, we have so-called IQRF repository where all the devices that are certified on IQRF interoperability are listed. And then the gateway or the clouds can communicate with this repository and actually identify different products in the portfolio. And then the gateways could be connected pretty much to any IoT platform. We are using standard interfaces and protocols, so that's very easy. So as you can see, like these devices and services and solutions are not provided just by one company, but it's really like a set of companies. We have currently about 100 members in the alliance, and RDS is one of them.
RDS are part of the IQRF Alliance as a solution integrator. This means we take IQRF or other wireless technology and put them into the end devices and gateways. We aim to work with our customers on every step of the way, understanding your expertise in your fields and then also sharing our expertise in electronic and product design. We are wireless technology agnostic, but as you can see, IQRF is a strong choice for a whole host of ranges. We might take some existing parts from anywhere in the alliance that Simon already introduced, but if this doesn't exist, we can use our product design and electronic design team to actually build the sensors that you need if they don't already exist. Here you can see a basic IoT network, and as I mentioned, these end devices might be existing parts of the alliance, or we may build these from the ground up. And then you have a gateway that's coordinating all of these devices. This would often need some configuration. It might be some scheduling or some dedicated testing, and this is all the things that we could do. And then finally, when you've got your local system configured, this needs to be collected to a cloud or a BMS system, which you may already have, or we can support you with another member of the alliance to really have a complete system. And then finally, we've got our dedicated commissioning tool that has the direct connection to the nodes and the gateways. So to summarise our offering in the alliance, we work with you in the early stages to design a specification of your IoT system and how you want it. We'll then deliver a proposal of this system and the work that we need to be involved in. We'll take on the electronic and product development stages. We'll deliver a proof of concept, which is a real working demo, and this is a key point because this means you can show this to customers or investors. And then we'll support you through pilot projects and small-scale production, and then all the way up to large full-scale production.
All right, let me tell you a little bit more about the technology. So we covered pretty much the ecosystem and the community. So now let's focus on the modules or on the technology itself. So first of all, what is really crucial is the fit between the technology and the use case that you've had. So IQRF is really good for connecting local devices like lights, sensors to your gateway, and we can do it in really like large networks, wireless mesh networks, so we can cover really very big buildings, for example. So smart building, that's one typical vertical that IQRF is used in, but also smart cities or industry where we connect end devices, we collect data for, let's say, some devices even in very harsh environment. So why would you pick IQRF? There's no just one reason or one feature, but it's rather like a set of features and set of features that we have there available for you. So we operate on sub-gigahertz band, which gives us very low power and very good range. And if you combine this with large networks, you can really cover large area. There are also many communication options that I will talk about a little bit later on. Also, we have interoperability standard, we have commissioning tools, it's very easy to get things connected to the cloud, so it's really like very flexible to build your own solution as you need it. Plus, if you want to really integrate IQRF into your device, it's really developer friendly, so we have a lot of tools, both hardware and software. We have very good technical support. The technology is out there for more than 10 years. So it's well proven and really working very well, even in very harsh industrial environment. So what are the communication options in IQRF? Very briefly, I will just follow the standard commissioning process. So on the beginning, you just push the button and the auto network is run. So as you can see here, like the nodes are connected, you build up a mesh network, and then it's done step by step. At the end of this process, typically you run what is called enumeration. So with this, you can actually identify what kind of products you have in the network. Then, and as Liam demonstrated here, you will take your tablet, and with what we call as a DP2P, you would get the lights connected directly from an external device, meaning, for example, this tablet, so you can localize them, you can communicate with them directly. And then we have IQ Mesh, which is used actually in a standard operation. So the gateway sends out the message, and each repeater resends the message in a specific time slot. So as you can see, you can get really high redundancy and also with this reliability of the communication. One specific version, let's say, of this IQ Mesh communication is what we call as a FRC command. And with this, you can very effectively collect data from all the nodes in the network. So very efficient in the terms of power and also time. Then we can use also this FRC for local control. So that means you have, for example, a PIR sensor that controls the lights that are around in real time. Last but not least, beaming is used for collecting data from sensors that are running on battery. So they just send the data out on a regular basis, let's say every minute, and then with using this FRC, they are collected from dedicated repeaters. And if everything goes wrong, you have a last resort technology or communication option, which is called DPA service mode. So with your development environment, you can get connected to a specific node and fix anything you need. So that's it.
So thank you, Simon, and thank you for listening. If you'd like to speak to Simon or myself about any IoT requirement, please get in touch with these contact details here.